Hello, everybody. Hi, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It's me, Duff. Remember this show I used to do called Around the World with Duff? Um, I'm still doing it. I'm still doing it. I still, fish it out here and there. But I stopped for a while because everything got crazy, and the new year, and just things were happening. So I, a couple of weeks ago, though, I had a show and I checked in, and it was actually a lot of fun. A lot of people came on. If you want to join me on screen and have a conversation, you can come on here and we can chat with, I think, up to 10 people. So I'd love to talk to you and have a nice nightcap with y'all. I have quite a few friends who go on at night and play piano and do live Instagram every night to, save your sanity basically, and just get out there and talk to people and see what everyone is up to. And what's everyone up to tonight? It's very snowy here in Toronto. It's I don't know what the temperature is. Let's see here. It is oh, it's -10. But I'll tell you right now, I was out today and it was fucking cold. My face, it felt like -20. I mean, but Toronto cold is different than Saskatchewan, where it's just -40, and as long as you cover up, you're fine. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm not sure if my chats are open, if you're able to chat on. Let me just double check on Facebook, because sometimes this website shuts down my makes it private, and then people can't chat. I just want to be sure everyone can chime in and let me know how you're doing. Once again, yeah, it looks like it's going. Yeah, okay. So if you want to join me on screen and come on and have a chat, I'd love to know how everyone's doing wherever you are in the world. We've got people from all over the globe who have been on my show on Around the World. And I'd love to check back in with some of you if you are out there. It's late in some places. It's in Australia. It's morning. So if anyone's wants to check in, I'd love to hear how my friends and how things have changed during this time of COVID, and how things have progressed or degressed, degraded, downgraded. It's been challenging, that's for sure. It's been a tricky time. Oh, sorry, getting a notification over here. So yeah, if you want to join the chat, say hi. I'd love to see how everyone's doing. I am having a little drink. I went out and bought some. I have one drink every other night. It's trying to keep it cool. Everyone's trying to keep it cool. So I went out, and if you know me well. If you know that I drink Malibu and Coke when times get rough, and times do get rough when I drink Malibu and Coke. So it's because it reminds me of Mexico. And my ex and I went on a vacation to Puerto Vallarta, as you do, as we've been doing. And we got an all-inclusive. And Malibu and Coke was the sort of on-tap drink that everyone was drinking. So that was my first sort of like foray into Malibu and Coke. And now I drink it when I'm, I don't know, sequestered somewhere like now. And it just lightens up the day. It's not too heavy. It's only 21% alcohol, mostly sugar. And it tastes like it's coconut rum, basically. And a little bit of Coke, and you're on vacation. What's everyone else drinking? I don't see any comments, so that kind of concerns me that maybe the chats aren't coming through. Let me just double check, because Facebook does weird things. Can somebody leave a message so I know if the chat is happening or not? Because I don't see any chats going on. People are probably just being very like, I'm tired. I just want to lay back and watch nothing going. There we go. Okay. Leanne chimed in and said things are going. Okay. Thanks, Leanne. So what is going on out there? Toronto, I always like to do a little COVID update. Toronto is going through quite a few different changes. And it's always a debate, the choices that the government makes on our behalf, on behalf of the children and the parents and everyone else. So it's, I think today was about 1,000 cases, and it seems to be about 1,000 cases every day. But here's the tricky thing. Hi, Lisa. Here's the tricky thing is that they've lowered the testing. So the case numbers are the same, but the testings are lower. So that is a bit of a concern, because if the case numbers are higher and the testing's lower, that means that there's more people who are positive. I think, I don't know. It's really a crazy. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Oh, yes, and Leanne, yes. Sorry, I was like, it took me a bit to. I've only had like half a drink, and you know. But yeah, so that's what's happening in Toronto. And then I think the kids started going back to school today, I think. But a lot of people are worried. I see a lot of my friends who are parents who are. That's good. That's awesome. Who are concerned for their children, because I don't think a lot of precautions are in place, and a lot of guidelines are unclear. Maybe someone who has a kid can come on and chat about that situation. I don't have a child, so I don't know what the real details are, but I know from some of my friends who are teachers, they seem to be quite concerned. So if there's somebody out there who wants to join me on camera, just go to StreamYard.com S9TSDV4J8D. Why don't I just post that in the comments here? There we go. So that should show up, the StreamYard link, if you want to join me. And yes, Leanne, how are you feeling? That's what I would like to know. And do you feel like coming on camera and telling me about your experience, what's been happening with you? If you do, just click on the link and come on camera, and we can have a little chat and talk about it. I'd love to let people know what's happening. If not, totally cool. I'm here to just, because I'm bored out of my skull and I wanted to connect with people, and I can't watch any more TV, and I can't, paint any more paintings, and I can't sing any more songs. And so it's really nice to just talk to people, or talk to myself, which is what I'm doing right now. Yeah, so that's what's happening here in Canada. And then we've got a lot going on in the States. First of all, I actually think the snowstorm is great for people. Still about the same. No camera. I look and feel like shit. Yes, I know. It's late. I guess it's a couple hours earlier there, but it's still late. Yeah. Got to be prepared to go on camera. I had a couple of auditions today, so I at least look like I had a shower today. But that's no worries. I hope, I'm glad to hear you're doing good, Leanne. Leanne had COVID and still has the after effects of it. I hope you're feeling healthier, Leanne, and gain a full recovery during this time. We're all thinking about you and sending prayers. So keep that vitamin A and that sunshine going into your lungs, or going into your system, and vitamin C. And did they say magnesium or zinc was good as well? Anyway, anything to build your immune system is good, and your lung capacity, oxygen. Oh, you're still in jail. Okay, still have symptoms, still in jail. Yeah, that's the thing, right? So how much longer do you have, Leanne, in jail? Well, not in jail, but in your house, right? Are you in a separate room, or are you uh, do you have other people in your house? Can you get out and chat with people? Because I've heard stories of people actually being locked in a room in their house with their family, and the family can't come into the room, and just slips them dinner and takes it. Like it really is like being in jail. You can't leave, which is horrible. It's really horrible. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. And I think that if more people knew the horrors of getting COVID and the repercussions and the fallout, like the tracing and then calling everybody, it's like, it's like when you get an STD and you have to call all your friends and say, by the way, but this is worse. This is fatal and horrible. And so, but that's a similar feeling of like, it's unbelievably horrible feeling that you, and I don't ever want to go through that where I'd have to break it to people that they may have been, exposed, which is why I go out and get tested as much as I can. And so Leanne said it should have been out tomorrow, but I'm not single in my apartment, and no, I can't leave. Aha. But not, I'm single in my apartment. Right. Okay. Well, yes, isolating for sure. So I don't know what's worse, being single and in your apartment alone and having to, fend for yourself, or being with the family and you can't go beyond a certain area where you're isolating. It's just, none of it's good, really. Luckily I didn't expose it. That's good, Leanne. That's good. I think there's a lot of, and then we also got the vaccine issue, right? It's just every day. It's just you get barraged with different vaccine details on and variants, and so it's we are going through like kind of a mind fuck right now. There's a lot of us who are like, your head gets jumbled. Like I have to take a couple days where I just don't talk to anyone, and because everyone always says, "So how are you?" And then you're some days I just like, I'm not good. Some days you just don't want to talk to anybody, and I'm sure a lot of you out there feel the same way, where you're like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to watch the news. I just want to go like for a long walk and make myself dinner and watch some TV. I think a lot of people are going through the same thing. Nobody knows what the other is doing. It's crazy. Yeah. That's another thing, is that we never know. We don't know what other people's lives are like. Like, I recently went on a date, and I completely trusted this person, but then I started to get in my head of like, yeah, but I don't really know where that person's been, like completely. To completely trust that person, I'd have to know exactly what their bubble is, and we never really know. Like, I mean, some of us, even just going to the grocery store, or I live in a building with hundreds of people, just taking the elevator down to do my laundry, I'm exposed to people that were just in the elevator who maybe had a mask on, maybe they didn't. Who knows, right? You could get it anywhere. Unless you're completely isolated, it's pretty tricky. And of course, the masks aren't 100% either. So, Leanne said, I had 4 different conversations with the same isolation question. Everyone passes the buck with no answer. Right. Yeah. Yeah, right. So it's true. just when you think you know the answers to certain questions, then somebody else is like, no, or you hear, something on TV that negates it, and you're like, okay, back to square one. I don't know a thing. So it's really hard to know what's the truth and what's not anymore. And I guess you just have to, like they said, just stay home until things get better. What else can we do? I really hope. I overheard on the news today that some regions are again opening up here in Ontario, and it's stupid. Because people travel from region to region, even province to province. I know they're trying to cut that back as well, but people are moving and shifting. If they can't get dinner in downtown or in Burlington or in downtown Toronto, they're going to go to Burlington and infect people there. So those conversations with, yeah, right. Yeah. Even the health officials, so it's a bit of a worry. If anyone wants to join me on screen, you can go. I put the link in the chat as well. Just go to StreamYard.com, S9TSDV4J8D, and then we can do that. There's this thing called share your screen. I wanted to give you guys, I don't know if you've seen my show, but I'm still publicizing my show, The Duff Show. It's still available for streaming. It's actually still pay what you can, and on YouTube you can watch all 5 episodes for free right now. I left it a holdover from Valentine's just to get the word out there and get people to watch it. But I thought I would give you like a little exclusive clip. If you haven't seen the show, this StreamYard has a new feature now where I can share video file with you. So I'm going to give that a go and see if it works. I might lose everybody. I don't know if my stupid computer will hold up to, but this clip is from well, you'll see. This is from The Duff Show, from my new comedy show. And ladies and gentlemen, here's your first exclusive preview of The Duff Show.
Claire Foy, never heard of her, James. Who's this? It sounds like poppycock to me. Oh, good evening. I'm coming to you from the Royal Bunker here at Buckingham Palace. My lords, ladies, commoners, and the Queen's Gambit. I should also like to address my royal subjects in the Dominion of Canada. Thank you for securing Britain's financial freedom for the past few decades. These are challenging and somber days, but one must not lose one's mind amidst all of the social cleansing. One has been reckless, and one must pay one's price and sleep in one's own bed. Now we must all look to the future so that we don't cock it up any further. Do not end up like India. Although we still have the Falklands, right, James? Oh, grand. We must all band together so we can leave these silly twats behind, as my great 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 grandfather once said, take the gold and burn the bush. I should also like to extend my regards, best wishes to the young couple who moved from Britain over to Canada to the colonies. May Alison and George McCutcheon have a wonderful and prosperous life. Now, please do take care of each other, socially distance, and wear a mask or a crown if you can, or both if you've got 'em, flaunt 'em, and don't spit or you shall be hung. God save me. Goodbye.
Does anybody see my backpack? Fuck, eh? Oh God, what an idiot I am. So that was I just decided in some of the later days of doing the filming, I was getting down to, I think that's episode 5 or 4. I hope I didn't spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen the show yet, but I thought I'd give you a little glimpse. And I was like, I just felt, and it was the Queen's birthday. I think it was her 100th birthday. And I thought, I always felt like I looked like the Queen. Like when I got into drag, I looked like my mom, who kind of looks like the Queen later in her life. These glasses are sort of Queen glasses. And I thought, all I need is a gray wig. And weirdly enough, the sort of costume shop, like the Halloween costume shop, is open all year here. So I'm like, but first I called my friend Shauna, who I was like, maybe she has a gray wig. Maybe some of my friends have wigs. Who knows? And I called her, and she had a wig of her mother's that didn't quite work. And I was like, oh, I gotta have that sort of like tight, the wig that you see there. I have to have that look. Otherwise it'll look tragic. And so I'm like, just go buy, like, it's gonna be like $20, right? And it's a worthwhile investment for a good character. I can always do it. And so I just went downtown and bought. I found a wig that was perfect, and didn't even really wear much makeup. But I did watch her about 100 times, and then I had this green screen that I put up, which is incredible, which can make it look like anywhere. It's brilliant, and just added some music and some footage, and it's a lot of fun. I highly recommend, if you are looking to ease the thanks, Leon, ease the tension, like we just did talking about COVID. I highly recommend you maybe start a podcast or start filming something. Maybe you want to interview people. I really enjoy interviewing people on here. Again, if you want to come on screen, I'd love to talk to you and chat, have a little late night libation, a little nightcap. But yeah, that's really a saving grace for a lot of people. Is a lot of people and their mental health is doing stuff that like that, where I was just being goofy and being stupid, and man, I wrote it all myself. I just I was like, whatever, I might as well just do it. What have I got to lose? Let's see if I can give you another little snippet. I really like this new feature of being able to share clips of video on here. It's really great. So that, yeah. So basically, I did all the costumes, all the makeup, all the editing, all the and my friend Don, who lives in Nashville, who's moving to Chicago, he helped me with the let me see what I can find here. Oh, that's a good one. He helped me with a lot of the editing and the direction too, as well. So we worked together on it. It was really great. Now, why won't that one? So this is a little snippet I did. I used to impersonate Buddy Holly when I first started in the industry. I thought, what can I do to make extra money on the side? I will go and check out, put on some glasses. I had curly black hair. I had a white jacket. I'm like, why don't I just do that? So this is my little tribute to Cameo, the new celebrity video service where you can hire a celebrity to send you a message. And I thought, why don't I do like a cameo for people who are dead, of people who are dead. So you get to get a cameo from someone who has passed away, like a big movie star. So I did this.
Heavenly Edition. Howdy there, Peggy Sue. This here's Buddy Holly wishing you a happy 35th birthday on Cameo. Here goes nothing. A happy birthday to you. A happy birthday to you. A happy birthday, dear Peggy Sue. A happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Peggy Sue.
I mean, just silly, I mean, if Buddy Holly looked like that when he was 24, then he was pretty long in the tooth. But yeah, so those are like little clips in my show. There's 5 episodes, and there's like little short snippets in each one. So you can still stream it on YouTube. Just go to my page, Duff McDonald. A lot of people are watching from YouTube tonight. And thanks, Leah. And you can watch it from there. So yes, that's a lot of fun. And right now it's pay what you can if you're looking to purchase tickets, but you can also watch it for free right now on YouTube. So I highly recommend you go watch it. What is happening with everybody? Everyone's kind of quiet tonight. I don't know what's going on. People are not chiming in. And if you want to join me on screen, I'll post the link again here on the side in the chats. And then it's also there. Join me on screen. Come on screen, have a laugh, have a drink, and let me know how things are going in your part of the world. It looks like my YouTube and the Duff Show graphics got mixed up. So it looks like this is the Duff Show. It is essentially, but this is Around the World with Duff. That's what my branding should have been for this. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's still the Duff Show. It's all just me bullshitting and bored out of my tree like everyone else. Does anyone have any questions? How are things going for everyone else? So I see some people. I can't actually see who has joined the conversation. Maybe I'll just go and look and see who's here. Here. That was the hard part about doing the Queen, saying here. The tricky thing is that... Oh, that's weird, hearing myself. Oh, people have... Okay. Diana. Okay. Oh, hi. See, I don't know why I'm not getting these messages. That's very weird. But hi, Di. Hello, Christy. StreamYard. No. Well, yeah, you need to be on StreamYard. You need to join me on that link, Steve. Steve doesn't quite get the technical stuff. Steve's my sort of in-field reporter. So yeah, you need to go to StreamYard. I've shown him all this before. He doesn't quite get it, but go to StreamYard.com, Steve, and put in S9TSDV4J8D. But you can also click on, I think I just posted the link there. I'm not sure why I'm not getting these messages that are showing up on, I guess this is Facebook. Don't quite know. Oh, it's see, Facebook does this weird thing where it chooses whether or not it wants to go public or private. That's why I don't have people edit privacy here. Here we go. Sorry, folks. Okay, it should be public now. See, it did it. It played a trick on me. It switched it to private. See, now I see everyone's messages. Okay. Christy, yes. Steve, no. So weird. Why does Facebook go away? Leave me alone. I had already chose. See, it did it to the other one too. You tricky little bastard, Facebook. Stay out of my yard. Stay out of my stream yard. So Steve, if you want to come on, the screenage. I was going to call you before if you want to come on and join me. This is kind of, Steve and I have a show called Off the Cuff that we do, and we just come on and be idiots, and we have a lot of fun. So I think I've fixed it now that if anyone wants to come online, you can join me on StreamYard.com. S9TSDV4J8D. It's not as easy as, Instagram, where you just request to join the live stream. You actually have to go to this link and put in your name and blah, 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 choose your camera and all that shite. But I'm glad you guys are tuning in. It's a cold night here in Toronto, and everyone's probably bored. So Diane, I'm in red area as of today. Oh no. Diane, where are you again? You're in the US, aren't you? Oh boy. Yeah, I think everything's going to turn red, if you know what I mean, soon. If people don't smarten up. That's the thing, right? Like, that's so bad. Christy said you need to be on StreamYard. Join him. And Diane said, wishing you a good recovery. Yes, wish you a good recovery. Why did Steve say K 500 times? What is going on? So Steve was like, invite me on, hurry up. Things are very busy in Calgary. He's got it he's on a schedule. Favorite people. Astragalus root is amazing for colds. I don't even know what that is. What is that, Christy? What's astragalus root? I've never heard of that before. See, now I'm just seeing these messages. It's very weird. It's weird that I don't see them on here. Okay, I think I fixed it. Anyway, whatever. I would love to know what astragalus root is. That's really interesting. Ali, hello. Yes, vitamin D, Ali, right? And alcohol to kill the germs, maybe? I never used to drink at home. Really didn't. I had a bar, I bartend normally in my, for my Joe job. So I always have a bar there. But the booze stays there all year until I save it up for my birthday. I buy a bottle here, a bottle there. I get given a bottle at a catering thing or whatever. And I save them up. And then when my friends come over, I just let everyone go crazy and drink as much as they want. And, have tequila. But this is crazy. This, all this, drinking at home, and it's not great. It's really not great. So yeah. So what's going on out there, everybody? If you want to join me on screen again, I say StreamYard.com, S9TS DV 4J 8D. If you can remember that. And I think all you have to do is put in your name and then turn on your, turn on your camera, and you can join me on screen here and chat. I'm going to have another drink. I had Malibu and Coke. I was saying before, for those of you who don't, there is a part of my life where this is all I drank. And so I have certain people who will post a comment and just say, Malibu. And that's me. Malibu. It mostly was happening when I was doing summer theater in areas that were around a beach. And namely Grand Bend, which is a very beachy Ontario place. StreamYard number Steve, it's right on screen there. Here, I'll post it again. I don't know if these chats are going through to you guys, but there's the link. It looks like the link I'm posting is only going. Well, that's weird. Oh, Mark Garrison's there. Hi, Mark Garrison. Mark's birthday was yesterday. Or wait, it's today. I'm confused. What day is it? It's today, right, Mark? Well, it's tomorrow in Australia. Oh, my brain hurts. So it's Mark's birthday today, but it's tomorrow in Australia. Like, it's actually tomorrow in Australia. Anyway, hi, Mark. Steve, I don't know how to send you a message on. It's today in Canada. Yes, it's today. So happy birthday, Mark. Happy birthday to you. We already did a whole thing for him at midnight last night. So just, yes. So you've already gotten your cake and you ate it. You ain't getting any more. Mark, why don't you come on screen with me and we can talk about what's happening in Sydney. I'd love to know what's happening there, and so would everyone else. So go to StreamYard.com and enter. I bet you did. Enter S9TSDV4J8D. Yeah, I bet. I'm having a sugar coma right now. Malibu and Coke. I'm just going to grab some ice. Sorry, folks. Hold on. This is what happens when you don't have people helping me. So I have to show you guys, speaking of sugar comas, my friend Kathy, who is an amazing human. I don't think anyone on here password down. I don't know how to write the password. If you go on YouTube, you can see that I'm live on my YouTube channel and the link is there to join. I think that's the easiest way, you guys. Because I don't know how, because the code is right on my screen right now, S9TSDV4J8D. I think you have to get a pencil and a paper. But yeah, just go to StreamYard.com and then slash S9TSDV4J8D. You're good with numbers, Mark. Everyone would love to know what's happening in Australia, I'm sure, right now. Because anyway, Kathy, who is a good friend of mine, who saved my ass when I was in the hospital with hernia, when I almost died last year. She just happened to work at the hospital as another side job of hers, and came to take care of me every day in the hospital, in my hospital room, and came to check up on me, and amazing person. So she came on to my birthday thing the other night and on Zoom, and said she was going to bring me a cake. And then, like, a week went by. I'm like, she probably forgot about it. I don't care. I've been eating so much anyway. I'm trying to cut down on sugar. She came by a couple of days ago and brought me this cute little cake that has it's like a jelly roll cake that has jam in the middle. Oh, it's so good. It was really good. So thank you to Kathy. I'm doing it in increments because my sugar level, like Mark, is like, ah. So yeah. Maybe I can post the code in the chat that I see is happening. I could put it in the Hold on. Where is it? www.streamyard.com. The performer in me is very much like, I've got dead time. I can't have dead time on screen. But who cares right now, right, guys? I'm going to write this code down, and then all you have to do is refresh S9 TSDV 4J8D 4J8D. There. So now it should be, the link to join me on screen should actually be in the description above this stream if you refresh your page. Oh, and there's Mark. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mark Garrison from Australia.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Australia. You're coming in loud and clear. Hi, Mark.
Hello.
Where are you?
I am on the bus going home from my work.
Huh. Oh, you're done work.
I am done work.
Aha. And how is work? Mark, by the way, everyone, Mark works for Qantas Airlines in Australia. And you were at, what did you say, Howe Island or Homer Island or something like that?
I flew to Lord Howe Island.
Lord Howe Island.
It's almost 2 hours off the coast of the East Coast, sort of between Sydney and Brisbane.
So, can you give us the update, dispel any rumors that we hear of Australia being free and easy and everything's all good and everyone's eating out and dining out and there's no infection, or what's happening?
It's so weird wearing a mask when I'm on screen.
I know. I can put mine on if it makes you feel better.
What's that?
I can put one on if it makes you feel better.
I'm almost off the bus anyway. Well, here in Sydney, it's pretty freaking normal, really.
Can you eat out?
Yes.
In the restaurant? You can sit in a restaurant?
Yes.
But you have to wear your mask until you eat, right?
No.
No.
The only time you're supposed to be wearing a mask is on public transport and on like aircraft and stuff. So like definitely you have to wear one on the plane.
Right.
And you are supposed to wear one on a bus or on a train here. But that's it.
Are you serving people food on the plane?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, that's different because in the States I don't think there's any service.
Well, I mean, I'm fully in what we call PPE, personal protective equipment. So I'm in my mask, and I always wear rubber surgical gloves essentially.
Yeah.
And you try and minimize contact, but life is pretty much normal here. I mean, yes, Melbourne is in lockdown, but I believe the lockdown is supposed to end tonight at midnight.
Oh.
So, these little hot spots pop up every now and again, and it is what it is, and they just sort of get on with it,
Yeah, like it's amazing, and
I am so blessed to be living here right now. There's no denying it.
we should have followed you there, Mark. We should have come over to Australia when you went and just stayed there.
I find it absolutely bizarre that, I'm a proud Canadian, but some of the things that Canada has done since COVID began, just I find it absolutely hilarious.
Yeah,
and bizarre. Like only a past couple of weeks have people been made to stay in hotels when they come back to Canada. I find that just bizarre to me, and it's only 3 days. Again, bizarre.
Yeah.
And,
What's 3 days gonna do? That's stupid.
Nothing.
and it costs $2,000 or something like that. Like,
Yeah, well, if here in Australia, if you come into Australia, if you're lucky enough to be given the ability to come into Australia, um, you have to spend 2 weeks in a quarantine hotel, and it is at your own cost. And the cost is about $2,000, but that is for 2 weeks.
right.
I think it might be 3,000, but in any event, no, I
But
know
that
in
actually makes a difference. Like that actually does something.
absolutely. That's why we have. I think we've had 900 deaths from COVID, and since it started, which is for a country of the size of Australia, is pretty low.
And for the longest time, nobody was allowed into Australia either, right? Like there was like,
You still can't. You can't come.
Yeah.
Like there is no domestic. There's no. I mean, every so often on my flights, I'll get some backpackers, and I always kind of want to ask them, like, "What is the deal? How are you still here?"
Yeah.
I think some people made the choice to just stay because that was sort of a possibility.
Yeah.
But otherwise, no. There's no one coming into Australia. I think it's still capped at. I think the cap is still 500 people a day, but again, I may have my numbers slightly wrong.
Well, it's a bit weird that like here, these variants, they appear in like Barrie, which is like this tiny city north of Toronto, and the UK variant or the South African variant appears in weird places. I'm like, how in the hell did the South African variant get into, I don't know, like Timmins, these teeny little places? Like,
it's bizarre.
It's because we had way too many things open. It was way too open.
But here, I do find it the one thing that slightly annoys me in Australia is that people sort of live life like it is normal, and then when a hotspot arises, it's like, oh my god, like I don't understand. Why is there a lot? Look, it is a pandemic. It is a virus. Viruses mutate. It is what it is. This is going to continue for it is not going away anytime soon.
It's like the flu. It's not going to go away. It's the flu.
The only time we're all going to be able to sort of sit back and relax is when every single person has had the vaccine, whether or not they want to have the vaccine.
Well, the thing is, there's always been the flu. That we keep getting vaccines for the flu. The human body.
I never take the flu vaccine ever.
Right.
I've never had a flu shot.
Okay. I do once in a while. Like this year, I got it just because it was weird. It was a weird year, but like I haven't had one cold since COVID started. I haven't had any illness, nothing, no sick, no.
Yep. Me, I never get, well, knock on wood, I don't have any, knock on whatever this is. I don't get sick. I just don't.
But I was watching this travel show the other night, and this person was in Tokyo, and this was pre-COVID when it was filmed, and there were a lot of people walking around Tokyo with masks, and they do in Toronto too. But the person who was hosting the travel show was saying, "This is very weird. Why is everyone wearing these masks everywhere? And why is like?" It's because like there's, and that's why they had low numbers to begin with too.
Yeah, I don't really know the whole tradition. It's not necessarily a tradition, but the whole wearing of masks, particularly in Japan and I think Korea and Taiwan. I don't know if Chinese residents typically used to wear masks as much, but certainly in Japan, the one time I was in Japan, it was very common. I don't think that they wear them there necessarily to prevent viruses. I think isn't it an air quality thing? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it is. Same in India. Like that's why people, or not in India, Thailand. That's why people wear masks there. My friend Betsy said that it's just it's a normal thing in Thailand to wear a mask. So, and I heard India has very low numbers recently too.
Yeah, my brother-in-law just is just recovering from COVID. Poor guy. So he was he was not feeling very well.
Right.
He said it was scary.
Yeah, I bet. Yikes. Well,
And
Leanne, who's on here, she had it, and she lives in Alberta, and she had it as well. So,
Right.
yeah. Well, I'm glad you're safe, Mark. Did you have a good birthday?
I did. I don't know. Maybe I have diabetes or something. So
Why?
seriously, that cake that came out at the end of our call.
Yeah.
We had a little video chat for anyone else who might be watching. My husband surprised me with a cake, and a few friends had come over, and we ended up eating the whole cake. And I had a couple of glasses of wine before dinner, and I did not feel very good
Oh.
at all. I
Oh.
felt very, very sluggish. So then we went out for dinner, and I had a few cocktails and felt immeasurably better.
Yeah, as you do.
But I was home in bed at 10 o'clock.
Were you? Oh my God. Wow, Mark.
I know.
Gone are the days when you drink like a fish and stay out all night.
It really sucks. This getting older thing, I'm sorry. I would drink the blood of 1,000 virgins if it meant that I could reclaim even 10 years. Seriously, just call me Baron and Baroness. What was that vampiress's name in Baroness? Yeah. Anyway, doesn't matter.
In what?
Well, there was the woman in Romania, like she was in Bathory, Elizabeth Bathory.
Oh, okay.
And Elizabeth Bathory used to soak in the blood of virgins in order to claim her eternal youth.
Wow. I think I did that one time on a trip. On a vacation to Turkey.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, wasn't that in the hammam you went to? But the blood was your own after you were pummeled half to death.
Exactly.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh my God.
Anyway, it was a lovely birthday, and I've had greetings from all over the world, which has been that's
well,
been
yeah.
great.
Talk about someone who's like traveled all over the world. You've been you've traveled extensively. Were you in like Vietnam and like Southeast Asia for like almost a year? You were there for a long time.
Yeah, like 5 or 6 months.
Korea? Were you in Korea?
I have not done Korea, no. But we have had this discussion before, and I am convinced you have been to more countries than I.
Oh, I don't know about that. Like,
Oh,
but I mean, you spent more time. Like, I've been to a lot of countries, but I basically jumped off a ship and jumped back on the ship again. A lot of the time.
Right now, I'm mask free. After you wear a mask for like 6 hours straight, I don't know about anyone else who may be watching, but seriously, I'm just gagging for like fresh air.
Well, yeah.
I'm not an anti-masker, and by any stretch, but let's be real. They're not comfortable, especially when it's hot out.
No.
And, you're sweating under the mask and stuff. That's gross. I'm sorry. It's just gross.
Mark, your favorite friend and Calgary cowboy has joined us.
Woo!
Steve Amaz!
Does this mean I have to give another lesson in bartending to both of you?
Yes, you do. Please don't come on to Steve as much as some people did the other day. You get so comfortable.
Can you take off your shirt, Steve? Take off your shirt. Come on, take off your shirt. Oh yeah, God.
If you like faintly whistle, he'd take his shirt off. Are you gonna say anything, Steve, or just stand?
Oh wait, does it actually work?
Oh my God.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna do this for Mark.
He's back. Oh no,
no.
I told you. Steve, this is a family show. don't want your man boobs all over my show. There's kids watching in some countries.
Well, if there's kids watching, they are watching the wrong show. Most assuredly.
The best thing is I could just do this.
Do you know how long it took Raylene to get me onto this goddamn?
Oh, you're such a technical loser. It's
I
not
fucking
funny.
hate you so much.
Look,
I wish there was a word besides hate.
what do you not understand by just click on this link?
No, it wasn't that easy. It was like beyond. It was like I had to call Bill Gates.
What did he answer?
Apparently not, because Raylene had to get me on there, and I said, "Fuck it."
Can you
And we
please
got
put your
into a
shirt
fight,
back on, please?
And then I got into trouble.
Is Raylene one of the famous Rankin sisters?
Yes.
He lives with Raylene Rankin.
I'm living out in the North Country with the
Anyway,
Mark
how's
is a
that?
very famous Australian singer.
Are
Backwoods.
you walking to the Parliament buildings with that stuff on?
I have just come from Lord Howe Island, which is a tiny rock of paradise about 2 hours off of Sydney.
Steve, what are you doing? What is that thing
I'm
you have
trying to
on?
wear my bear shirt.
Oh my
It's really
God.
cold out here.
Can't you just have a normal conversation of like,
No.
look, Mark dressed up for this. Look, Mark's
I'm
like
trying to dress
decked
up.
out. Mark auditioned for this role, and you are like half
I'm
naked.
trying
It's
to be
not
different.
for Pornhub. It's actually a sensible
This is how
show.
you get the roles. This is how you get the roles. Is
What
when you
role?
Try something different.
I have 2 roles right now.
He's
to get rid of.
he's auditioning for a few short films on hamster.com.
Do they pay?
$50 per scene.
Everything pays, Steve. Everything pays in some way or another.
Oh, by the way,
By the by,
I got paid, but really disappointed.
you did.
Yeah.
Was it more than you expected?
Yes. That's how it goes.
By the way, everyone, Steve did a commercial in Alberta for a what is it, Steve? ATV, ABCD, EFG Bank.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? A something? Alberta
The bank that takes all your money.
Alberta Tiny Bank, ATB.
You remember that bank? The bank that you give money to
Is that-
and you never
is-
get any savings out?
Yep.
I like that one.
I've-
That's
the
the
one-
one that I...
Is that the one in Canmore? I think that's the one
Yeah,
in Canmore, right?
exactly. That's where Mark has all his money.
They sure do.
Like Switzerland of Canada.
Yeah.
My offshore accounts are in Canmore.
Well, luckily, as I posted the other day, you can wear a mask and sunglasses and go in and say, "I'd like to open up an account."
Isn't that great? And they're so giving when you do that. I've tried that a couple times, and like they always give me more than I thought they would give me. It's amazing.
Now it's, you know what? Here's a factual thing, because I'm a learned man. Is that I remember when Bitcoin
A learning man. You're a learner.
I'm
You're a
learned.
what? Oh, a learned man.
He's also well read, apparently, too.
and well bred.
Are you like related to Michael Learned? Really? Wow.
Well, yes, it's
Way so short.
Huh?
Bitcoin. When I knew about it, was $300,
Bitcoin never knew her.
and now it's $50,000.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have got on that cryptocurrency and Bitcoin.
Coulda,
way
woulda.
back. Way back. I saw a guy at a Bitcoin bank machine just putting in hundreds. I'm like, what is he doing? I don't even know what Bitcoin is. Why was he putting in $100 bills? I have no idea. Was he buying Bitcoins or what? Steve? Hello?
Yes. Do you actually know what Bitcoin is there, Saskatchewan?
No, I don't. And I'm in Ontario now, not Saskatchewan.
I'm sorry. Oh, wait. There's a lady that just walked by me. She is the one that created this havoc.
Well,
I didn't want to come on this show ever.
you know that
You're always on this show.
you are.
know.
Steve's-
You're,
It's the power of my sexuality.
oh my god. I feel sick. I need another drink.
Sick. I must say, I don't know what the weather is like over there in Tinseltown, but it's like snowing.
In Australia, do you mean?
Is that where it is?
Look at how worldly this show is. Australia and Alberta.
No, I would say I'm in Hoth.
You're what? Ad hoc?
Hoth. It's
Ah.
anyway. It's a term for people that know Star Wars. Anyway,
Oh,
it's so cold that it's frozen.
if anyone knows Star Wars, it would be Mark and I, because we actually were there. Like, we were on set when they made that movie, the first one.
Yes. I didn't mean that you were in the movie and then you met George Lucas behind the scenes.
Oh yeah,
I'm talking about the movie.
the movie. Which one? There are 800. Mark, aren't you glad you tuned in?
Oh Lord!
Are you glad?
Oh, Lord is right.
Aren't you glad?
What a shame! My battery is almost out.
Me too. My battery's so low.
Oh, look at that!
God, thank God he's gone. Woo!
Oh, jeez.
I know, right?
It's like a match made in heaven.
Big pen.
Let's see. Maybe we can fix this. Oh, there we go.
You can. There you go. That's way better.
That's better.
I feel like I'm in the Brady Bunch or something.
The Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch.
There's a story.
Brady. How am I supposed? I'm trying to figure out how to do the look thing.
Where are you going? Like you're walking around, like looking for someone, or?
Oh,
this is Mark's work. This is what he does. He dresses up in a suit and he walks around Australia.
I said he's going to the Parliament buildings. Is that what you're doing? Is like I'm just waiting for the court case of 629.
I'm sitting in the park outside my house.
I'm just gonna. Okay.
And let's just note the greenery, the sun beaming down on his head.
Don't worry. I'll
what the fuck are we doing?
What are you seeing?
I don't even want to shoot. Oh, who's that lady? Who's that girl running around with you?
She's the one that's
Facebook. You can't take any rights away from me on that one. Mark, over to you.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we're reporting on these different weather phases that are happening.
The one thing we have in common, all three of us, is we've all lived in Vancouver, and that's it.
And we've all been on 21 Jump Street, isn't it?
That's right. That is crazy.
I was on the teen porn episode.
Stop talking, McDonald. What year were you on 21 Jump Street?
I was in the Great Lost episode of 21 Jump Street, where none of the regulars actually appeared except Holly Robinson Pete, I think, was in it. And she was only in the bumpers. Otherwise, they were trying out 3 new people, I think it was. And none of them made it into the next season. It was something like that. It was like one of the season-ending episodes.
Yeah, Johnny Depp left. And
maybe not. It might have been like 1992 or something.
Peter DeLuise came in, and
yeah,
I was in an episode with Lisa Dean Ryan, Austin Pendleton, and oh God, what was her name? Alexandra Powers, who kind of disappeared, and she's really into Scientology, and she's sort of become this mystery woman in Scientology, where she's really high up in the Sea organization, I think. Anyway,
I was gonna mention something, but I better shut my mouth.
Why would you do that now? You have such a large, lovely mouth. Why would you shut it at this point?
Here's the funny thing. Why not? We're talking.
It's always a real gem when he says that.
It is.
Believe me when I tell you.
if you go to Prime Video, you can see the episode that is my episode with 21 Jump Street, and it wasn't me.
In 1942.
When they had guns. Everyone had guns. It was black and white. But the funny thing is that was the first season with Michael DeLuise.
Yeah, I think he was in that episode as well. That's I think it was
Michael DeLuise. Is that Peter DeLuise's brother?
Yeah,
yes.
He did the first episode with me.
What?
But yeah, it was funny. It was. Do you remember those days where it'd be like, I don't know, every week it'd be like, "Hi, Mark, it's Lisa. I have an audition for you for 21 Jump Street, and you're gonna go see Corinne Mears up at North Shore Studios." And it was every week.
Wow,
and you would have thought,
good. God, I never had that. That's great.
Oh, really? I don't know how many times I auditioned. It was. I'm like, oh my God, am I ever going to get one of these episodes? And then the one episode that I didn't, it'd be like, okay, you're going out for like a rapist and you're going to go for a murderer and a gang member. And I'm like, I'm not going to, really? I look like butter would melt in my mouth. So finally I did get, a part on it. It was like, of course, kind of the class nerd. It was like, okay, great.
Can we just
Fabulous.
take a moment? Can we just take a moment to look at Steve's screen? Oh, he left. He was frozen like this.
Oh, great. This is a family show, as you have pointed out.
Half naked. He's making like rude, vulgar gestures. Now he's off. He disappeared. The Alberta stream's not so strong, so he.
It's all the snow. I'm telling you, it's all that snow.
Or it's all of us talking about Jump Street all at once. Probably fried our connection.
Yes, exactly.
Oh God, he's back.
Oh dear.
I hate your face.
I was on the episode with, I think Saffron Henderson was on it, and
is he dead now?
Gabriel, Michael Iacobucci, and a dancing scene with Brian Orser as a model on a runway.
Oh my God, that's awesome!
I think that was before he was gay.
Was there a before?
There was a pretend time.
Yeah, I got that right.
Right.
We used to call it the upside down.
The upside down land.
Saffron Henderson, doesn't she do? No, it was her sister Camille who used to do backup vocals for Sarah McLachlan.
Oh, actually, no, Saffron did too, I think.
Can I interject and say a little poke here? Well, not that. I did multiple shows with Zena Sood, who was the sister of the drummer who married.
Look at this beast. Look at this beast. That is the biggest.
What is that?
That is a very, very large.
Is that a pig?
Dog having.
Oh.
Yes.
Is that a wild boar?
Zena Sood, probably one of the world's busiest actors. You go on her IMDb site, 358 credits or something.
Did you
it's
know
incredible.
that her and I did tons of the Knowledge Network shows, and then we talked, and she said to me, "Oh yeah, my brother's married to Sarah McLachlan."
Oh,
Ashwin Sood. Interesting. Oh. Okay, I didn't know.
I did not know that. That's one fact we could actually post. That's great.
Take that right now. And they're divorced.
Yes,
are they?
They are divorced. They got divorced a number of years ago.
Yeah, they did. And wait, so Mark, do wild pigs run around there?
Well, look what you're wearing, and
no, but we do have. I do have huntsman spiders in my apartment every so often, and I had one in my apartment a couple of weeks ago, which I had to. I trapped under a dinner plate. It was pretty substantial, so I posted on a local Facebook page. I said, "Does anyone else is having issues with huntsman spiders?" Because this past summer, because of the humidity and the air pressure, believe it or not, and a lot of rain we've had, have made a particularly good breeding year for huntsman spiders. Yeah. And people have been like, "Oh yeah, no, I get them all the time. But I did have one woman who responded and she lives in one of the neighboring buildings, said one day she was doing the dishes and she felt a spider web on her hair, or felt something on her hair. She looked up and there was about 100 baby huntsmans on the ceiling, all dropping to the floor. The mother had just given birth. Yeah, see, horrible story.
I'm gonna have nightmares now.
Horrible.
But
what's really interesting is if you have a lot of baby huntsmans, don't ever worry, because they're cannibalistic and they will all eat each other and only the strongest survive. So you'll still only end up with a couple in your house.
Oh,
there you go.
God. Thank you, Mark, for that late night nightmare precursor.
Nightmare on Australia Street.
Oh, you might like this one too, Duff. Another friend went out sapphire hunting. You go into into a wilderness. You go into a wilderness area and you go through muck, and you dig up dirt and you sift. It's like gold hunting for gold. Anyway, they were sifting through a bunch of ground, and there was a big funnel web spider in his mound of dirt, and he almost picked it up. A funnel web spider has a very, very bad attitude. It's true. Huntsmen are very docile, but funnel web spiders are really mean, and they are very, very poisonous. Anyway, that's my story.
Are the huntsmen poisonous?
No, huntsmen, a lot of people keep them as pets in their house. Like you never should kill a huntsman because they kill everything else that is bad.
Could they kill your cat, maybe?
No, my cat has killed a huntsman.
Oh, okay. You know how much I love your cat.
They do bite. They will bite you, but it won't.
And are they? It's because they're so large, right? They're like this big, right?
They're like the size of your hand.
Are you kidding?
Oh my God, that's horrible.
Like
definitely the size of your hand.
What time does the court case start?
I don't know. What time does the Sasquatch hunt start?
Well,
objection,
I'm
Your
gonna
Honor.
hide in about 45 seconds.
When do you catch the Wookiees?
I charge you of being guilt. I keep wanting to swear, but I don't.
Are you drinking while you work?
Do you have a monologue? Do you have anything you can
do? Anything?
Do you have a dramatic piece?
Me, the Sasquatch man, or the lady man?
Well, I know you. If there's any viewers out there, Duff, they'll be sad to say here that I have now run out of battery. So I will say adieu.
Adieu to you and you and you. Well, we have a whopping 0 people watching, so
I don't care. Fuck off.
I don't really care either because I'm losing my mind. So
really?
I'm so happy that at least 2 people I know are alive and I can talk to some other human for 5 minutes.
I still feel like every time I see you on this show, I feel like it's Kathy Bates in The Stand, in the TV version of The Stand, where she was the radio host, broadcasting from the underground bunker.
It is true. Look at the lighting. Like,
I'm in my bunker. Yeah, I'm totally in my bunker here. I just happen to have tropical plants and hey, I have this new sofa. Look at this sucker.
It is a beautiful sofa.
Don't mind my Malibu there. I love it. It comes out into a bed that turns into a queen bed.
Because your other couch was not that comfortable to sleep on, I have to say.
No.
Hello.
Yeah. Oh, now you tell me. I had it for all these years because I thought it was so comfortable.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, I love you, and I'm going to leave you, and let's do this again very soon.
I love it. It's great.
Thanks for coming on and giving us an update on down under.
I love actually, Mark, seeing the beautiful greenery and the heat.
Yeah.
And you sweating.
He's sweating in his.
This is ridiculous.
In his lawyer outfit.
As he goes to court.
I must go to court now.
He's got to meet his client any second.
Right, I wish you all the best.
Yeah, have a good day in court.
Godspeed.
and the Queen's mother.
And love you. Happy birthday from yesterday.
Thank you so much.
That again.
Yeah.
I really look pretty good for 88.
You do, and you know the wig
Just
is
skipping
great.
on. Okay, goodbye, Mark. Uh,
Bye-bye.
goodbye.
That was a Graham Norton dab right
What
there.
it was still, it was him pulling the lever on the chair. Like, bad story.
You know what? I can't believe
How good you look, and let's go. Thank you, everybody, for joining me tonight.
No, the problem is that I don't know how we could not get back on. We tried.
I don't know. I could hypothesize and guess, but it's probably stupidity.
I'm just going to give you the phone to Raylene, and then you can say that to her. Because you can say that to me, and I have no problem. But you know what? She went, and I went, I don't want to talk to his face for 55 years because of this bullshit. And I said, and you're trying to go, here's the code, 65YZE.
PZ5JQR.
We couldn't do it. We couldn't do it.
Steve,
yeah,
it's
Steve.
not
It's all Steve. It's all Steve.
I've actually,
whatever it is,
you've
today it's all Steve.
Listen, Chewbacca, I've brought you on here about 100 times before. You've been on this site 100 times, and now all of a sudden, because you're in Calgary, you're having problems.
You know, I think it's the money.
I think you got dumb prairie brain. That's what's happening.
I got so much money and so many phones that I don't know which is which.
The money's just seeping out of your pores.
You know, and I'm like, Men's Health, blah, Eddie Bauer.
What? Are you gonna wear that Ewok jacket all
night?
All night?
Well, it is so cold out here.
Is it?
And when Raylene tells me to get out of the house, I have to wear it.
Yes, you do.
Because it's minus 47.
Is it still?
Yeah, it's cold.
Really?
Well, not minus 47, but minus minus more.
Minus what? 20?
Sure.
Oh, wow.
Why don't you look it up? Don't you have internet where you live?
No, I don't.
Ah.
I'm actually using a separate device for this. I thought you were neighbors
a xylophone.
Yeah, I'm using an old record player that's hooked up to a wire that I've hooked up to the next door neighbor's cable.
I thought it was called a Tesla.
It was, but not.
Oh, Nicola, where are you now?
It's called Rogers Cable.
Vis-a-vis. Shaw, vis-a-vis. Tell us, vis-a-vis.
Cogeco. Wasn't there one called Cogeco? Or no, that was a CBC comedy show, I think.
Just make it up. Everyone will believe you.
Did you get a job yet?
No.
Well, you got paid for your commercial, so I guess you did get a job.
I did get monies, and I asked,
monies?
Did I get all of the monies? And she goes, well, yes. I said, oh, can I get the receipt?
A breakdown of my pay, maybe how much I paid into something, your bank account. She didn't give you a breakdown of your pay?
Not yet.
Oh my God.
It's funny how the world works.
Anyway,
I have another
hope she's not listening.
25 days until the Titanic sinks.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
And when did they build a new one?
Did they? Yeah, it was called the Britannia 2.
Yeah. Did they have trouble with that one?
No, they did not.
Huh.
It survived because it wore a jacket like this. Anyway, stop talking. Go to bed.
I'm staying on here all night. I'm just gonna see who shows up.
Is this a marathon for? Are you pledging money towards?
Yeah, I'm gonna do like my friend Dave. He just stayed on and DJ'd all night. And
you know what? I keep getting his
hours
things, and I go, no.
What things? You can get a cream for that.
He's the man on Twitch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I go, why am I getting this at 2:00 in the morning?
Because they, like me, they our industry died. We don't have work, so they just stay up and have a good time. And that's what else are we gonna do? Like, we're nighthawks in catering in my industry. We work 16 hours sometimes. We get home at 4 a.m. off of
Wow.
some bartending shifts, or
Is
5.
that right, eh?
Yeah. So, like, you know, staying up late is not really, and in theater we stay up very late, or in film and TV too. Like, sometimes you do night shoots.
Really?
Yeah. Steve, shut up.
I remember doing a whole movie which was all night shoots, and I hated it
Ugh,
because
I hate it.
basically I started work at 4:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's when you know you're screwed.
I hated it.
And if you ever have like a pool scene or a rain scene,
Oh.
like we did one that we were outside and they had fake rain. It was actually not bad outside, but we were so soaking wet from our head to the toe. I left set. I was like, I was doing like stand-in work or something. I'm like, I have to go. This is miserable. I'm gonna die of wetness.
I hate wetness. We call that anyway, doesn't matter.
Embarrassment.
That was the worst movie that I worked on.
What was it called?
Was called The Substitute.
Oh yes,
with Mark Wahlberg.
oh
It
yes.
was his first movie, and it was night. That was the one. It was all night shoots,
Ugh.
and it was filmed down the street from the place that you and I lived in on 4th and Balsam. 5th and Balsam.
Yeah.
Remember that Kitsilana High School?
Yeah.
And so they had to do a stunt. It was really crazy because we had to go up through the ceiling to get to the roof, and we had to do the scene. And because I was a stand-in, because I looked like him because I'm pretty ripped, there was this stunt that happened, and this lady did this stunt, and it wasn't that, it was maybe only, I'm gonna say 5 feet, 6 feet, and she had to do a flip like this and land on the cushion, and she hit her head so bad.
Oh shit!
On her knee, her knee hit her forehead so bad that when she stepped up after they went cut, she was done.
Oh
because
god!
There was an egg.
Oh no!
Sized a thing, and she said, "No, I'm okay," and they went, "No,
You're not okay.
you're not okay."
You're not okay.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. But yeah, I hated that shoot because it was always so late. It was always I was like so tired. But that's where I met Martin Donovan, the director, and who worked with Fellini.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really cool. And that's the guy that I said when we're on set and I did the taboo thing, and I said, "Mr. Donovan, I know I'm a stand-in, but I want to read for you."
He's like,
"What?
Can we get this person off the set, please? Who is this guy in the Chewbacca coat, please?
Is there a gun?" No. He said, "What?" I said, "I'm an actor and I really want to read for you." And he went, He goes, "I've been looking at you on set, and because I was the eye line, I have to do the eye lines for Mark, right?" Yeah. And you have to do the setup of the shots and stuff like that. And he said, "Okay, let me think about it." So we were setting up a shot in a room. I remember this was a top floor of a house.
Can you sit down? I'm getting dizzy.
Well, no, I'm keeping you awake because. And I was setting up the shot, setting up the eye line, and the camera's on me. We're doing the scene, and Martin Donovan comes in, and he goes, "Stop." I need to talk to Steve right now. I'm going, oh, I'm in trouble. I'm fired. And he goes, I want you to read for this movie that I want to shoot. I went, what? He goes, yeah, I want you to read for that movie. And I went, okay. So he gave me the scene. I don't know if you remember this. This is a true story. Chris Shays
I hope
Green.
you're not lying.
I can't lie. These are crazy things. Chris Shays Green helped me with this. And I think it was Don Ackerman with his camera. I
thought you were meant Don Wells or something like that.
No, and then so I in the place that you and I lived with Chris Shays Green, I put the camera and I placed it there, and Chris was there, and we underlaid it with sound. And I just walked into the scene and I sat down and I played, and then we turned off the music and I just read the scene. And then I took the tape, because remember, it was like this little, it wasn't a digital thing. It was just I don't know what it was.
This is a mini DVR thing.
Mini DVR, right. And so I took it to set.
The mini DVR?
I took the tape to set.
Oh, yeah.
And I said to Martin, after he said to me, oh, I think you'd be really good for this part. And I said,
here's the part. Here's the little part.
Here's the audition. And so
he's like, what am I going to play this on, you idiot?
I know. Well, in those days they had that in his trailer.
Yeah.
And he goes, and that's what happened. Like I kind of
he
went
did
back.
this?
He went when I was sitting up for the lineup for the shot and the lighting and the marking, and he said, come here right now. I went, well, and everyone, the AD, everyone's going, what the fuck? Why is he taking a stand-in to talk? And he said, I want you to come to LA. I want you to meet the co-star. And I said, well, okay, but I said, okay, and the part, this and this and this. And he said, by the way, can you fly to Europe? And I said, well, I have a Dutch passport. And he went, and he said, well, it's supposed to be filmed in Amsterdam. And you're supposed to be a Dutch. I went, oh my God. And it was crazy. And so he said, I want you to fly out. I want you to meet the casting director, and I want you to read with Matt Dillon, because the part was with Matt Dillon. Are you frozen? I think you're frozen. Good, because I don't want to talk anymore. It's the internet. Anyway, so I did that, and it turns out that they didn't want to shoot the rest of the movie because that was the first time that Matt Dillon was going to come out as being gay, which was going to be weird. The end. I know it's weird. All right. I should go. It's late. I'm tired. And I'm like burning in my suit.